So, in BigQuery, sharing your data, that's pretty easy. But sharing it securely? That's where things get tricky. Today, we are going to build the ultimate bouncer, the gatekeeper for your data, the authorized view. Let's dive right in.
Look, it's a classic problem, right? We've all been there. You've got analysts, data scientists, all kinds of stakeholders, and they all need access to the data warehouse. But you can't just hand over the keys to the entire kingdom. So the real question is, how do you give them exactly what they need and absolutely nothing more?
Okay, so think of it this way. Giving someone direct table access is like handing them a master key to a hotel. They can open every single door, wander into any room they want, including the ones with all the sensitive, private information. What we want to do is give them a specific room key, one that only unlocks the one door they need, keeping everything else securely locked down. And the tool we're going to use to forge this special room key is a certain type of view. Now, it has a secret that's actually pretty simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It can grant access to data that the user themselves has no right to see. First off, let's do a super quick refresh on what a standard SQL view even is. It's not a copy of your data, not at all. It's more like a window, It's just a saved query that gives you a specific look at data from other tables. The data itself, it stays right where it is, in the original tables. Now here's where it gets really interesting. We can elevate this concept to an authorized view. And this is a total game changer. It means a user can query the view and get the results they need, even if they have absolutely zero, nada permissions to the underlying tables that the view is built on. The view itself acts as this trusted middleman, our gatekeeper. All right, to make all this magic happen, you have to follow 3 rules. These are non-negotiable. Think of this as your blueprint for success. Get these 3 things right, and you're golden. Okay, rule 1, isolate. Your view has to live in a completely separate data set from your source data. The separation is the bedrock of the entire security model. Second, assign roles. The user is going to need 2 very specific permissions just to get in the door. And third, and this is the one everybody forgets, authorize. You have to go back to the source data set and explicitly tell it, hey, you can trust this view. All right, theory is great, but let's actually see this in action. We're going to walk through the whole setup process, and I'm even going to show you the one common pitfall that trips almost everyone up. So let's imagine we've got a source table with, say, 6 columns, and a couple of those have sensitive stuff, PII. Our analyst only needs to see 3 of those columns to do their job. So first move? We create a brand new, separate data set. We'll call it our destination data set. And inside that, we create our view that only selects those 3 safe columns. Next up, permissions. We're going to give our analysts the BigQuery.user role at the project level. That's kind of like the basic ticket to get into the theme park. They need it to run any query at all. Then, on our new destination dataset, we grant them the BigQuery.dataViewer role. This is the ticket for the specific ride. It lets them see and query things inside that dataset, which is where our new view lives. Okay, looks good. The user has permission to run queries and they have permission to see our view. So that should be it, right? They should be able to query the view and get their data. Job done? Nope. Access denied. And this is that moment of pure frustration. You're thinking, I followed the steps. I granted the permissions. Why isn't this working? And here is the absolute key to understanding this. The user can see the view. That part's fine. But when they try to query it, the view itself turns around and tries to read the source data. And since the user doesn't have access to that source, BigQuery just shuts the whole thing down. The view itself needs to be given permission to act on the user's behalf. So it's time to add that one missing piece of the puzzle. This is the final, crucial step that makes the whole thing just click. So here it is, the secret sauce. You have to go back to your original, sensitive source dataset. In the sharing settings, there's an option to authorize views. You just find it, and you select the view you created in your destination dataset. That one action is you, the owner, telling the source data, hey, I trust this view, it's allowed to show your contents. And with that one little change, boom, everything just works. Now when the analyst queries the view, that view has the official stamp of approval to go fetch the underlying data and return just the 3 columns we wanted them to see. Success. So let's just take a second to appreciate what we've accomplished here. We have granular, column-level control. We have perfectly followed the principle of least privilege. Our user has no direct access to the source.
We've made their life simpler with a clean, pre-filtered view. And most importantly, our sensitive data is still completely locked down. It's a win-win-win. So let's check out the final result. If our analyst tries to query the authorized view we built for them, they get their data. It's a success. But if they get a little curious and try to go around it and query the original source table directly, access denied. The gatekeeper is doing its job perfectly. So there you have it. A really powerful and honestly pretty elegant way to share your data without ever oversharing. As long as you remember those 3 golden rules, isolate, assign, and authorize, you can make sure the right people see exactly the right data and nothing more. So the only question left is, what sensitive data are you going to secure first?